You're live.
All right, take the feet before his body, bring 5 fingers on the left, 2 on the right. Left knee, motion like a prayer. God, the Father of the universe.
God, the Father of the universe.
Father, love.
Father, love.
Truth.
Peace.
Peace. Freedom. And justice.
And justice.
God is my protector.
God is my protector.
My God.
My God.
And my salvation.
And my salvation.
By night.
By night.
And by day.
And by day.
Through his holy prophet.
Through his holy prophet.
Through our lead.
Through our lead.
Amen.
Amen.
Please remain first. Praise God. First, I give praise to Allah.
First, I give praise to Allah,
Great God of the universe.
great God of the universe.
Give honor to his holy and divine prophet.
Give honor to his holy and divine prophet,
Prophet Noble to our lead.
Prophet Noble to Ali,
Founder of the Most High Temple of America.
founder of the Most High's Temple of America.
Give honor to all true and divine prophets.
I give honor to all true and divine prophets,
Jesus,
Jesus,
Muhammad,
Muhammad,
Buddha,
Buddha,
Confucius,
Confucius,
etc.
etc.
Give honor to the forerunners of the prophet.
I give honor to the forerunners of the prophet,
Brother Marcus Scott.
Brother Marcus Garvey.
Give honor to all past and present grand advisors and moderators.
Give honor to all past and ambassador moderators
For the Most High Temple of America Incorporated.
of the Most High's Temple of America Incorporated.
And give honor to Brother C. Curtin Bay.
Give honor to Brother C. Kirkman Bay,
Brother Elton Nelson Bay.
Brother Elton Nelson Bay,
Brother J. Blakely Bay.
and Brother J. Blakely Bay.
Give honor to our past grand chief moderators of the Most High Temple of America.
Give honor to our past and Sheikh and moderator of the Most High's Temple of America,
Brother Allah Peter.
Brother Ali.
Give honor to our present grand chief who is a moderator.
Give honor to our present grand chief, who is the moderator,
Brother Honor Jones Bay.
Brother R. Jones Bay.
Give honor to our assistant.
Give honor to his assistant,
Brother A. Hopkins Bay.
Brother A. Hopkins Bay.
Give honor to our national chairman.
Give honor to our national chairman,
Brother T. Hopkins Bay II.
Brother T. Hopkins Bay II.
Give honor to all Sheikhs and members of the Most High Temple of America.
Give honor to all Sheikhs and members of the Most High's Temple of America.
Give honor to all national officials of the Most High Temple of America
Give honor to all national officials of the Most High's Temple of America
and their assistants.
and their
Give
assistants.
honor to all state officials of the Most High Temple of America.
Give honor to all state officials of the Most High's Temple of America.
Give honor to Grand Governor of Washington, D.C.,
Give honor to our Grand Governor of Washington, D.C.,
Brother H. Harris Bay,
Brother H. Harris Bay,
and to his assistant,
and to his assistant,
Sister D. Jones Bay.
Sister D. Jones Bay.
Give honor to all state officials of the Most High Temple of America. Give honor to all local officials of the Most High Temple of America.
Give honor to all local officials of the Most High's Temple of America
And they offer the state.
and their offices and
Give
stations.
honor to our Grand Chief here at Temple 71,
Give honor to our Grand Chief here at Temple 71,
Brother P.J. Seal.
Brother P.J. Seal.
Give honor to all Sheikhs and members of the Most High Temple of America. All auxiliaries of the Most High Temple of America. Give honor to both our flags, the American flag, flag our birth, the Moorish flag, flag our decent. Give honor to our holy and divine child. Give honor to everything that the prophet brought and taught for the uplifting form of man. Give honor to each and every one of you. Peace. Islam. At this time, I'll read from Salvation, Our God, United. Most High Temple of America, Divine Constitution, Law. Act 1. Grand Chief Chairman of the Most High Temple of America is empowered to make law and enforce law with the assistance of the prophet and grand body of the Most High Temple of America. The Assistant Grand Chief is to assist the Grand Chief in all affairs, if he is according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and is known before the members of the Most High Temple of America. Act 2. All peoples are the open code promise according to the subset in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Friday is our whole day of rest. So on Friday, the first man was born in flesh, and on Friday, the first man departed out of flesh, and ascended into the Father's own life. And that caused applies to holy day for all mouths. Act 3. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be proclaimed and practiced by all members of the Most High Temple Community. No members who put in danger or choose crossing the brother system or indicating dog will be harming the brother system with Allah's love. Act 4. All members must observe these holy and divine laws, and all members must obey the laws of the government. Because by being a Morse American, you are a impartial of the government, you must live life accordingly. Act 5. This organization of Moore Scientific America is not to cause any confusion or to overthrow the laws and constitution of these states' government, but to obey hereby. Act 6. Both of us, all members must proclaim their nationality. We are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed. That they may know that they are a part of this state government and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, Ethiopians. Because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. This is a newer time now. And all men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government and must live in the nations of the earth. This is the reason why out of great God of the universe ordained no draw either prophet to redeem the people from their sinful ways. Most Americans are descendants of the ancient Moabites whom inhabit the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. Members must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and impartial of uplifting acts of the Moore Science Temple of America. Members must pay their dues, keep around all necessities of the Moore Science Temple of America. Then you are entitled to the name of faithful. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband, take care of your children, and look after you in the household. Sons and daughters must obey father, mother, and justice and become a part of the uplifting for humanity. All Morse Americans must keep their hearts and minds filled with love and the bodies clean of water. This divine covenant from the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali through the guidance of the Father, Noble Drew Ali founder, Morse American prayer. The Lord Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. The Lord is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, through our me. Amen. We have a reading from the divine constitution and bylaws in its entirety. Then we will have a reading from the questionnaire and listen laws for the Morse American by the prophet of Deuteronomy. Act 1. Grand sheiks and governors, and heads of all temples, all businesses. Each said temple must be approved by the prophet and the Deuteronomy. Before acting upon by any member, let it be financed properly, or in allowing act that will cause the member to sacrifice, finance, etc. That will cause support of any group of members. In the former office of violating these laws, is subjected to be removed from this office under heavy restrictions instead of the prophet or the grand sheik. Act 2. All members are to attend their adult meetings and public meetings promptly. A member found standing around the meeting period shall be fined 50 cents on the first case. On the second, he'll be fined $1. It's going to emergency fund. The member's work as money dues must be paid. If he has money in the bank, he must subscribe for as much as he is able to the more preparation fund, because it takes time to help the nation. Act 3. It is lawful and divine duty to every good member if he is able to finance to aid in saving the nation. If he does not, he is the enemy that cause uplift his own people, and justice must catch you. That will be he and she, according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. As I have power invested in my hand, and I will have to enforce the law in order to save the nation. Act 4. All members, while making a public speech, must not use any assertion against the American flag or speak radically against the church or any member of any organized group, because we are to teach love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Act 5. All members must promptly attend the meetings and send their children to Sunday school and keep them firm themselves to the questionnaire. And let every member exercise the 5 senses of to do so, because out from the Sunday school comes the guidance of the nation. Act 6. But first, all members must proclaim their nationality. We are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed. And they may know that they are a part and parcel of this state government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, Ethiopians. Because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted to 1865 during the time of slavery. This is a newer time now. All men now must proclaim the free national name to be recognized by the government of the bid and the nation of the earth. This is the reason why a lot of great God of the universe ordained those who are the prophet to redeem the people from the simple ways. Most Americans are descendants of the ancient Moabites who inhabit the northwestern and southwestern Act 7. Our members must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and a partial of this act of the moral science temple. Members must pay the due and keep an eye on all subsidies of the moral science temple. Then you are entitled to the name of faith. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband, take care of your children, and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother, be industrious, and become hard, productive, and following man. All mortal Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure of love, and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant from the Holy Prophet and Holy Deuteronomy through the guidance of the Father, God of love. Peace. It's no more. This time I'll read course from the Holy Koran and the Moral Science Temple of America. Quran prepared by the noble prophet Sallallahu and guided the Father, God of love, great God of the universe. Redeeming simple false faith and man. Back to the highest place, God of love. I'll read from Divine Instruction from the Holy Prophet, chapter 26. The Holy Instruction of Unity. We'll start with Divine Instruction. The gift of understanding of the treasures of law. He appointed to everyone his portion, and what measure seemed good unto himself. Had he endowed these wisdom, had he enlightened their mind with the knowledge of truth, communicated to the ignorant for their instruction, communicated to the wise for their own improvement. True wisdom is less pursued than their father. The wise is not often to change his mind. Fool is opposite and out of the neck. He knows all things, but it's no difference. Islam? Islam. Right now, our Sunday school Quran class is officially open. Are there anyone downstairs outside? So please have them. Islam more. Islam. Just kind of take a moment of silence. Breathe out those up into you. And our blessings for understanding we need to pick up the jewels that we getting out today at this particular meeting. We can start now. Islam more.
Islam.
Without further delay, call our instructor for the day. Grant she can moderate the more scientific incorporate that all the place. Islam.
Islam.
Allah, the
Father
Father,
of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, to allow me to be.
praise Allah. Islam. Who made it?
Allah.
Who is Allah?
Allah is the Father of the universe.
Can we see him?
No.
Where is the nearest place we can meet him?
In the heart.
Who is Noble Drew Ali? What is a prophet? What is the duty of a prophet? Who was the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America? What year was the Moorish Science Temple of America founded?
1913.
Where? Where was Noble Drew Ali born?
He stayed in North Carolina in 1886.
What is his nationality? What is your nationality? Why are we Moorish Americans? For what purpose was Moorish Science Temple of America founded?
For the uplifting of all humanity.
How did the prophet begin to uplift the Moorish Americans? What is our religion?
Islam.
Is that a new or is that the old time religion?
Old time religion.
What kind of a flag is the Moorish? What do the 5 points represent?
Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
How old is our flag?
It is over 10,000 years old.
Which is our holy day?
Friday.
Why?
Because Friday is the day in which humanity became flesh. He was on Friday and he upon Adam.
Who was Jesus?
He was a prophet of Allah.
Where was he born?
In Bethlehem, Judah, in the house of David.
Who were his father and mother?
Joseph and Mary.
Will you give in brief the line genealogy through which Jesus came?
Son of great fathers, through which Jesus came, Abraham was like Jesse, King David, Hezekiah,
Will you give in brief the line genealogy through which Jesus came?
Son of the great fathers, through which Jesus came, Abraham was like Jesse, King David, Solomon, Hezekiah, Joseph by Mary.
Why did Allah send Jesus to this earth?
The second day of his life, and oppression, the rescuing nations of Europe, who governed and pushed Palestine at that time.
How long has that been?
About 2,000 years ago.
What was the nationality of Ruth?
Ruth was a Moabite.
What is the modern name for Moabite?
Moroccan.
Where is the Moroccan Empire?
Northwestern Mexico.
What is the modern name for Mexico?
Africa.
What is the title given to our ruler Morocco?
Sultan.
I got you set together myself. What is the title given to our ruler Morocco?
Sultan.
Where do we get the name Jesus? What does the name Jesus mean?
Jesus means justice.
Did the angel give to the child that was called Jesus a holy name?
Yes, we cannot use our souls.
What is an angel?
And the angels of God allow manifesting in human flesh.
What are angels used for?
To carry a message of the forms of the Lord to all nations.
What is our prophet to us?
He is the angel of love, seeking the sacrifice gospel of love.
What is the everlasting gospel?
It is the same God that comes from love, angel from his last prophet.
What is the covenant of the great God Allah?
Honor thy father and thy mother, that their days may be long and the Lord God have given thee.
At what age did Jesus begin to teach?
At the age of 12,
Where did he teach?
in Africa,
How long did he teach?
18 years.
What did Jesus say that would make you free? What is truth?
Truth is all.
What is all?
All is love.
Can truth change?
Truth cannot change or pass away.
Whatever name you give the truth.
Holy Grail.
What did you say about Holy Grail?
All you say is great, it is good, it was, it is, evermore to be. Amen.
Okay, give it to me again. What have you to say about Holy Grail?
All you say is great, it is good, it was, it is, evermore to be. Amen.
At what place on earth was the physical part of man formed?
In the Garden of Eden,
Where is the Garden of Eden?
in the land of Canaan, the city of Mecca,
What is the modern name for the Garden of Eden?
Mecca.
What is the name of the first physical man?
The name cannot be used only by exactly rules of AC and the MST of
What are the words of AC and MST of A?
A. Doctrine of the most science temple and market area.
Who were Adam and Eve?
They are the most and fathers of the human age added to Muslims.
Where did they go?
They moved to Asia.
What's the modern name given to their children?
Asia.
Who is God in the holy city of Mecca today to keep the unbelievers away? What is the modern name for those angels?
Asia.
What does it shave their skin? Are the Moorish Americans in relation to those angels?
Yes, we are. That's the same father and mother.
Give 5 names that are given to the descendants of Adam and Eve.
Lucifer, Satan, devil, dragon, and beast.
What is the devil sometimes called?
The Lord self.
How many cells are there?
2.
Name them.
Higher self and lower self.
What people represent the higher self?
Angels who protect the holy city of Mecca.
What people represent the lower self?
Those who were cast out of the holy city and those who accept their teaching.
What is the higher self?
The higher self is the mother of virtues and harmonies of life, complete justice, mercy, love, and right.
Can the higher self pass away?
No,
Why?
because it is the law and
What does the lower self breed?
hatred, slander, lewdness, murders, theft, and everything that harms.
What did the higher self say to the lower self at one time when he met him?
Where you go, Satan?
What was the answer that the lower self gave to the higher self?
I want to for the earth, seeking the way of God.
Has he finished his task of devouring?
Yes.
When was his time declared out?
When you nailed Jesus on the cross.
What are the last words Jesus uttered?
It is finished.
What did he have reference to?
In reference to the end of sin.
Did Jesus say that he will return to conquer him?
Yes.
What is the name of the person and to whom Jesus was first reincarnated?
Prophet Muhammad conquered.
Was Satan to be bound then?
Sin was devoured hard.
When was the head of Satan taken off?
1453 Byzantine.
By whom?
By Muhammad.
Name some of the marks that were put upon the Moors of Northwest by European nations in 1774.
Negro, black, color of Ethiopia.
Negro.
The name given to a boy was west side of was because Byzantines black boy.
Negro.
The name given to a river was
Why?
west side.
No, that's sluggish. That's sluggish. You don't want to be sluggish. So let's do it again. Negro.
The name given to a river was west side of was Byzantines black boy.
What is meant by the word black?
Black boy, science means death.
What does the word colored mean?
Color means green, means orange to die.
What does Ethiopia mean?
Ethiopia means something divided.
Can a man be a Negro, black, colored, or Ethiopian?
No.
Why?
Because man is the definition of the life of God.
What title does Satan give himself?
God.
Will you define the word white?
White means real, real means God. God means ruler.
To whom do we refer to at times as being the great God?
Allah.
Is the devil made in the image and likeness of Allah?
There was a shadow of the was passing.
Who made the devil?
Elohim.
Who is Elohim?
Elohim is a self-created spirit that created everything that was, is, and I don't want to be.
What is the Elohim sometimes called?
7 eyes of Allah.
How many days in the circle?
7 days.
How many days in the creation?
7 days.
According to science, how many days in a year?
7 days.
Why do we not want to be in a sluggish state?
It lowers your thoughts.
Huh?
It lowers your thoughts.
It lowers your thoughts. That's right. That's right. It lowers your thoughts, meaning our thoughts will have a tendency to dwell where? Yeah, elsewhere, no question. But where?
In the low.
In the low. In the low what?
In the low realm.
In the lower realm of what?
Right.
Of thought. So when we find ourselves in a sluggish mood, we must seek to do what?
Uplift yourself.
Raise it up. And we have to raise it up by doing what? By doing what? Reflecting on what?
Your thoughts.
Reflect on your thoughts. But what kind of thought? You got to think about the kind of thought that you got. I reflect on a higher thought. Meaning, give me a high thought real quick. Give me a high thought. Okay, that's a high thought. Okay. All right. So that's going to change the what? The ethers within you. Okay. Now we hope that it will change the ethers with everyone else. But they may be in a much lower state than you are. It may take more than that to raise yourself up. It's all dependent upon what degree of or what level that you are at this moment. Remember, certain things take place with people at different times. That means their ethers change. And sometimes we're in a lower degree. And it takes more than that. This you have to search sometimes to find a thought that can raise you up. But in the search lies the strength. Because it takes strength when you're in a lower way of thinking to raise yourself up. It takes strength to find something that makes me feel better. Because right now I don't feel good. And I'm trying to not be here. I'm trying not to go there. I'm trying to go here. I'm trying to lift it up. So your effort and searching is where your strength is. Because if you are victorious in your search, that gives you what?
Added strength.
Added strength. And the strength to do what?
Overcome.
To overcome what, babe?
Overcome your lower thinking.
That's right, Mo. That's right. Come on,
I
babe.
was thinking about the word exercise.
Yeah, babe. Yeah.
See, that's the exercise.
That is the exercise. Because all times are not what?
Alike.
Alike. So there are going to be moments when you just don't feel like it.
You better believe it.
But you're still responsible for what?
You got your thoughts.
Your thoughts, Mo. Because your thoughts do what?
Create.
They create, Mo.
They create the very condition that you're thinking about. The very condition that you are in, that you're thinking about, will be created from the way that you're thinking. So we must always be on guard about what? What we think. And not take it for granted. It's not just one of those days. No, it is an opportunity for you to gain some strength. It's not just, the day is just, okay, that is one of those days, but do you accept that day as being like that?
Man must fight.
You must. You must. Because you are in a daily conflict with who?
Self.
And every victory over self
Is
gives you added strength. So that means you're fighting every day, daily. Sometimes, and the dangerous part of it is when the thoughts don't seem to have no harm. See, your lower self can tell yourself, ain't nothing wrong with that. And what do? You entertain it a little longer. And the longer you entertain it, a low thought, the lower you go. And before you know it, you're thinking about some stuff, man, where is that coming from? It's coming from you. Because in your descent, you're starting to be exposed to those type of thoughts that accompany that type of a fall into that realm of thinking, or those ethers.
creation is taking place. At
Yes,
all.
my brother. It's taking place at the very moment that you are experiencing that way of thinking. Yeah, man. Because you entertain yourself in the lower way of thought. There are thoughts that you entertain yourself with in that carnal way of thinking. There are carnal thoughts that you entertain yourself with. You can think about some experiences that you had as you grew up through your your childhood. In your teenage years. The next thing you know, you'll really start to enter those ethers because that you'll find some entertainment. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I wonder where they at. I ain't seen them for years. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And now it's pulling you deeper and deeper in.
Yes.
And then you say to yourself, well, ain't nothing wrong with it. But it is something wrong with it. Because it's being used as a snare.
Yeah.
And it's coming from you. It comes from your experience.
It'll show.
Yes.
It'll show in your face.
Yeah, well, but sometimes people have a tendency not to read the signs of the face too much. You gotta be careful with what appears to be.
Okay.
Because it may not be that. See, sometimes, but see, and look, when you do that too much, what happens is you'll start making yourself believe that you can tell what people are saying by the way they look.
Way to look. Okay. That's the motivation. As far as giving strength to your lower nature. As far as being motivated.
That is what is called a tendency. That is a tendency that you adopt when you try to rely on what you think you see.
And when you try to read somebody else's thoughts,
Yeah.
you'll find yourself getting in trouble.
Yeah. But the key is, but the thing is, to even think you can read somebody else, you're already in trouble. Thinking that you can do it.
As she was talking, I was thinking about your behavior.
Yeah.
Your behavior online.
No.
So
That's the indicator.
behavior,
Yeah, Mo.
how you live.
Because that's going to reveal itself. Come on.
Son, I was reading where it says that Allah gave every human being a thought life.
Yes.
And it is like an account
Yes.
determining how we use it.
Yes.
We
Yes.
determine what we get out of it.
Yes. Remember, the thought life comes from the thought itself. And Allah is thought. And so the life of thought comes from thought. But He has given us a power to do what? To choose the way we think. We have a choice to choose the way we think. We don't have to accept the way we think. That's the philosophy of those who in the past have misled us into believing. By making you think you need to think the way everybody else thinks. Because they make you feel if you don't think like everybody else, you're not normal. So you are discouraged from thinking for yourself.
Yeah, me and the brother was just saying in the car, a lot of people say, that's just the way I am.
That's the way I am, and accept it as being the way they are. And they don't, this is what happens when you accept just being the way you are. You don't look at the way you are. You don't look at the results that come from you being the way you are. Because I had accepted being like this.
And you stunt your growth.
And you do stunt your growth.
Because you satisfied with this man.
That's right.
You are.
That's right. That's it. That's right. That's
There's
right.
always room for improvement.
Well, did he not tell you?
Something always be done.
But he told you that.
You think your conditions can be
That's
better?
the science. Do you think your condition can be better?
You think.
That's the key, Mo. And that's thought. Come on, Mo. Go back.
When you change your thoughts, you change your condition.
No question. No question. Because your creative ability starts to create the condition that you most think about. It starts to work. See, you don't have to tell yourself, I'm creating this. You're going to create it based on the way you think. So it's all dependent upon how you think. And the energy you put behind the thoughts that you think. Now, here's the tricky part of being able to disconnect yourself from thoughts that you find entertainment in. See, there's certain thoughts you find that you find entertaining. Look, this is a play. This is the thing. People go and they listen to jokes, right? Oh, ain't nothing wrong. He's just being funny. But you're not thinking about the thought that caused you to laugh. What gave me entertainment from that particular thought? See, you can say, well, it don't mean no harm. He just telling a joke. But that joke is a thought, and that thought creates.
What part of it did it appeal to you?
And what part appealed to you? Now you're talking.
What part of your nature did it appeal to? The spiritual or
Yeah,
the carnal?
there you go. And Mo, and that's the one you feed.
Because you got
And your age will make it right.
You got
Yeah,
distasteful, humor, and you got good humor.
Yeah, Mo. Yeah. Yeah. But I got you, baby. But see, one of the tactics is to start off with good humor. And then flip it. Before you even know you done flipped it. And you're laughing at no longer good humor, but carnal humor. Just like that. Yeah.
And thoughts.
Yeah.
Something we've been doing for the last 200 years.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we got to manage
Yeah.
that particular day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and you raise thoughts up,
Yeah.
then you got to bring them back down.
Yeah.
Something that you struggle with,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, before you come in the movement.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I know some people still do
Yeah. Mo.
it. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's the thought changing.
Yeah.
How you adapt
Yeah. How you adapt?
to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Or
Do you pay it any attention?
yeah.
Or do you give it any attention?
Yeah.
Or do you look out?
Or even do you really adapt in the first place? Everything now has to be examined. Everything we do has to be examined. Because see, we're no longer in the dark. You got to act like you're in the light. You got to ask yourself questions and find out if this is of a benefit to me. Come on, man.
I know when I was thinking about the word entertainment.
Yeah.
See, the entertainment can be used as a diversion
Yeah,
to really get you to thinking that get you to get involved in something you may not. Because when we were brought up, entertainment was supposed to be something that would make us laugh, fun, or something form of fashion.
yeah,
But that's the trap.
yeah,
See, we gotta evaluate what is entertainment.
yeah,
Because just because I say, just like certain movies, they say, well, you shouldn't look at this movie. Look at this. It ain't nothing entertainment.
yeah,
But the movie got all kinds of thoughts that are detrimental to the way you want to think. But in the name of entertainment, we don't see no harm.
yeah.
So I find that when people say that we want to, this is nothing but entertainment. What kind?
Yeah.
What is it? What message did they really? Because all entertainment is a thought that we can then take on that can persuade the way we think.
Yeah.
And so we gotta be careful with people say, oh, it ain't nothing but entertainment.
Yeah.
But what kind of entertainment?
Yeah.
This one,
Yes,
this one, and I hear the entertainment, but also this is something for us to see what we're gonna hold on to and what we're gonna let go. Right? Because the teachings that we got within us, whatever the entertainment is, if you know it's not for you, if it's not correct, you're gonna let it go. Because then it starts feeding if you don't let it go. So I think that's also a test on the ability of what we have taken in and applied to our thinking and to our actions and stuff. So those entertainments that's not correct, let them go.
Well, the question now becomes, what is entertainment?
Right.
That's
That's right.
That's right.
that's true.
What is it?
People make their lives off of entertainment.
If,
They
but,
get paid for entertainment.
and you ask yourself, the people, those of us who are being entertained, what are you really entertaining us with? Because I have a thought that must be entertaining to you. I have to project a thought that causes you to be entertained. So what am I looking for? What part of you am I trying to entertain? Because what part of you am I trying to stir up?
That's right.
Come on, babe.
And
I
that's
got
where,
you, babe.
that's where the examination starts.
Yes.
Because the prophet say
Use the word
Know
again.
thyself.
What word did you just use? The what?
examination.
Examination.
The prophet say, know thyself. So now you gotta try to put the pieces to the puzzle together.
Yeah.
What part of me am I trying to entertain, and what part of me, you understand, that I'm trying to uplift?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say that when you put those thoughts out, those thoughts carry.
Yes.
And like minds gonna pick those thoughts up.
Yes.
So if some entertainment to your like mind,
Yeah.
you're gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad. Because thoughts travel.
Yeah. 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 Fuck the bad attitude.
The science of the word itself. Enter, to come in,
Say, Mom.
and to hold for thoughtful consideration.
Yeah, Mom.
It literally says
Yeah.
that it is going to take over
Yeah.
your thought,
Yeah.
at least for some considerable time, for you to decide whether you find it funny,
Yeah.
whether you find it jovial or any other adjective you could name. But the whole idea that you have to make the decision how much value you give that kind of thought.
Yeah.
And if it's something of a low carnal nature,
Yeah.
it tells you what you put value in.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, babe.
Entertainment means anything that amuses, interests, or gives enjoyment to people. It can be activities, shows, or experiences to help
Right.
people relax, have fun, or take their minds off of serious things.
Hmm.
That's right, Mom. That's right.
Take your
But
mind off.
it's the word that you want to pivot on, you want to look at. Pivot on the word interest.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, our appetite plays a major part of our
Yes.
entertainment.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Our appetite.
Yes. Yes.
What are we appealing? What appeals? What
Yeah.
appeals to us?
Yes.
That's what draws us to certain entertainments.
Yes. 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 But first, we have to get out of the attitude of liking what everybody else likes.
Yes.
And it's all right not to like that.
Dare to be different.
You got it there, but that's daring to be different, it's daring to be yourself. Do you dare to be yourself? Because you know, when you start to become to be yourself, you're not gonna have as many as you have in the past.
And that takes courage.
It takes a lot of courage to break away from the pack. Come on, Mo, to break away from in that pack of individuals that I'm around, I have learned that I've developed relationships with them,
You come.
affections with them. And now you're saying I'm going to I'm going to no longer have those associations or those affiliations because that goes against what I'm trying to be. But am I strong enough in what I'm trying to be to not be like that when I'm with them?
What Sister Danielle just said.
Yeah, Mo. Yeah, Mo. Got you, babe. Got you. Come on, you.
I was just thinking, that word entertainment, that's a 3-syllable word.
Yeah.
You got a prefix for name, you got a prefix for root word, and a suffix.
Yeah, that's right.
Entertain.
Okay.
Praise the Lord.
Oh, yeah, praise the Lord. Come on, babe.
I still was thinking about what was said earlier. We have a choice
Yeah.
to choose
Yeah.
the way we think.
Yeah.
I've been still working with that.
Yeah.
We have a choice
Yeah.
to choose the way we think.
Yeah.
Dismiss the bad ones
Yeah.
and embrace the good ones.
Yeah. 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 But
Our
remember,
contradictions.
yeah. Remember, there must be an examination because the good can appear to be bad and the bad can appear to be good.
Thank you. Yes. Yes.
You know, so you have to be able to distinguish the one from the other.
But a lot of them pure sweets are sometimes sources of
Of course
bitterness.
they are. More, this can be made to look good for you, and it can be poison.
And then Faulkner Bay is supposed to be in the business of making purity flesh. Literally deciding what to rid my carnal nature of, or reduce its power or strength to the extent that my values are more on the serious things.
Yes, yes, yes. But for you to do that, you must have established into yourself principles.
Principles of action. That's right.
Because without the principles being established, you would still go for anything
Be stuck.
with no resistance.
Be stuck.
See, the principles, once you start to focus on your principles, you now start to gain a stability in a way that helps you to say no to certain things.
Certain things you won't do and certain things you will.
Once you establish,
You gotta be consistent,
you must be consistent.
you know?
You can't be about this today and tomorrow, the next moment, you're about that. You have to make a distinction. You have to take a stand. You have to understand that under no circumstances can I yield to this. I can't. Because the minute that I yield to this, I'm going to yield to that. Because they rush in 1,000.
That's right.
And you may not be able to withstand that bombardment. Because that thing started hitting you, and all of a sudden, where you appeared to be the most strong, now, where is the resistance? It has been abandoned. You have abandoned your resistance. And now you're prone for attack. And it can come at you, and it can become overwhelming because it can hit you from so many ways and so many, every moment you can be hit.
Bear witness to that.
And eventually, you're going to succumb. Because I don't have nothing to stand on. I don't have no support. I haven't built up my power to resist. I've been taking for granted that I got it. I know I got this. I ain't like I used to be. Yeah, until you try it.
That's right.
Excuse me, repeat that again to you, what tribe?
And try it.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, till you try it. See, you know, the conflict, they can't be told in words. That's what I keep trying to share with y'all. It's gonna come from many ways.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
It doesn't have no just one way. This thing, when you talk about freeing yourself from from the thoughts that cause you to be earthbound, it's gonna come to you from all different directions.
Mm.
Yes.
Devil is a
Come on,
mischievous
bro.
genius,
He
man.
can do mighty things.
He a mischievous genius.
Come on, bro.
He'll figure out what
And-
his genius
and
even thought
look,
of
Hey, babe. And you win him every day.
every day.
Every moment.
That's right.
But that's how you get to know to get you.
That's right.
You know you sometimes better than you know yourself. Or admit that you know yourself.
And the thing is, with an illusion, it always changes from one illusion to another.
Just keep it here.
Because it's all about giving you the appearance of something being one way and it's not.
Yeah. You're right.
And all you can do is sit here and say, wow, that's right. But it is right. So arm yourself. Arm yourself for battle so that you arm yourself for the battle with yourself. So that you will give yourself a chance. Because some of us have relinquished our chances because we have discounted the fact that we need to strengthen ourselves, to give ourselves a chance. And then we make an excuse and say, well, Allah got it. Allah take care of it. But it's the will of man that makes possible the action of the Holy Breath. If you're not willing it, how can you expect it?
That's right.
How can you expect his help if you're not even willing it yourself? You're relying on the Father to do for you what you won't even put forth an effort to do for yourself. That don't make sense. Especially when he has given you the power.
Good. Yes.
He's given you the power. Now it's on you to use it. And that's why we come in here and we have these exchanges of thoughts. Because each of you also has a unique power within yourself. And when you express it, you expose us to it. And once we are exposed to it, that can trigger something in us that can give us the assistance that the power has given you. You understand? Every living thing is bound by cords to every other living thing. We're talking about unity here.
That's right.
We're talking about helping, aiding, and assisting one another with the power that Allah has given us. We're saying we're not going to keep the power that the Father has given us all to ourselves. Here's a little something. Hopefully, you may be able to use it.
And that's part of the bond of affection.
That and more. That enhances the relationship.
That's right.
You know, that's why it ain't strange the way I feel about y'all, because I know what y'all got,
Yes.
and I know that I get help from y'all. So I don't have time to have a beef with you, because what you have, I need. See, I need to feel that unity. I need to feel and experience that relationship. I need it. I got to get that in.
Yes.
And I don't mean to be selfish, but I try to get all that in from you I get.
Vice
These
versa.
selfish mode, yeah.
It's vice versa.
Come on, man.
You know, I was thinking when you said that, Brother Leader, that we are one and we work together.
Yeah.
I was thinking about communicating to the ignorant.
Yes.
For their instruction.
Yes.
Communicating to the wise for our own improvement.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing. We're communicating because we're playing both roles at
Yes.
some point in time right here in this meeting.
Yes, brother. Yes.
Because there's things you're talking about right now that I haven't even thought about. I was ignorant to it. There's things that people may say that you may not be clear about. But then there are things somebody might share that you may have something to offer. So we help. It's reciprocal.
Yeah, yeah. But see, what I get from y'all, that's right, babe. But what I get from y'all is that I get what I really feast off is the insight.
Yes.
Because sometimes you all don't even know what y'all be revealing. You think we just talking, but you don't realize what you be revealing. And I be saying to myself, whoa, let me take that and put this in here.
Don't that be the Holy One using our tongue?
Yes, Mom.
People revealing.
Yes, Mom. Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
yes. That's right. And now we need to begin to be more attentive to what? It's good. The good where?
In our reach.
That's right. And if it's in our reach, that means we are in the reach of one another. So let me get the good that is within my reach from you.
that's right, Mo. And that's a stimulation that motivates you to rise.
It does more. You being with that energy, how can you not but rise? If we're having an intelligent conversation and the conversation is impregnated with positivity. Come on.
I was thinking, I heard you use the word beef.
Yeah,
You know, amongst us, it shouldn't even be no beef
it shouldn't be.
amongst brothers and sisters.
No.
If we never these lessons to the best of our ability on trying to be anointed with all the wisdom,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be no beef. Even if we have a misunderstanding or
Yeah.
disagreement, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we do what I'm reading.
Right. Yeah.
But I try not to beef with nothing.
Yeah, Mo. Yeah. Because it cuts you off.
Yeah.
It will.
If I transgress, just pull me up, brother Crawford, him.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mo.
And I can take on the shit when I know it's sincere.
Yeah.
Praise.
Praise the Lord.
And you know, Brother Lee, just listen to what Brother Coffee was saying.
Yeah.
We do harm to ourselves.
Yeah.
When we cause ourselves not to want to deal with one another
Yeah.
or to have issues that prevent us
Yeah.
from hearing the good that's within our
Yeah.
reach. Because of the issues that the Lord self has created to make us seem to be so surged that we don't even want to talk to one another.
Yeah.
Right. So we do harm to ourselves.
Yeah.
When we start looking at that, like Brother Coffee said, we'll find a way to not allow that to affect this relationship.
Yeah.
Because that's who affects it. It's
Yeah.
the devil that affects it to keep
Yeah.
us from becoming one with each other.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah. But remember, you got to remember, in our efforts to maintain peace and harmony, there is a tactic that we must employ from time to time. Because sometimes there are those individuals who are so infested with a carnal way of thinking
Right.
that if you surround yourself with them too long,
Yes.
it starts to become a part of you too.
Yes, sir.
So you got to know how to distance yourself. I didn't say cut a person off,
Right.
but you have to know the science of distancing
Yes.
yourself.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So when you see trouble,
You got to
go
go.
the other way. I got you.
You ain't cutting nobody off, but you're just saying, no, I'm not dwelling within that
Arena.
yeah, that atmosphere. I'm not trying to receive any nourishment from that atmosphere. I'm not trying to eat at your table.
That's toxic.
That's toxic. That's right.
Praise the Lord.
It's not my deal.
I had a question.
Yeah.
Based off what you said, because I know in the temple, sorry, I know in the temple, that not everybody gets along. I'm not saying that I do.
Right.
I'm just saying that that's a thing. That's
Right.
happening as well.
Right.
So realistically, how would someone go about moving past like a situation or something that has caused a rift?
A rift? Yeah.
And then more specifically, how would how would you try to rectify the situation even though you may see that person not being
Receptive.
not receptive, but more so like how they would see you as a person?
Right,
It's kind of tainted.
right.
So me being the person to come to you to try to, because at the end of the day, like I feel as though we all come here for salvation, and we also come here to get reconnected with our forefathers.
Right,
So if we allow something like an issue to happen,
right.
that means that we're okay with the disconnect.
Well, see, one thing that I would recommend that you do is not assume that everybody is here for the same thing.
Oh, not assume.
No, don't assume. You know, we would like for them to be so. But you have to remember, the devil sends people in here all the time. Because they have a lower self. And there are those who are more akin to the lower self at the moment because they're developing than they are in their higher self. So I don't want to assume that that exists. But what I do want to make sure that I do is be consistent in my behavior, in the way I think. You be consistent. You know, you do all that you can do to bring about a harmonious condition. And then that's all you can do. You don't worry about whether or not somebody gets it or not. That's not your job because the gift of the understanding of the truth. They will determine, he determines as to whether or not they understand what you're trying to expose them to. So all you can do, be constant in that which is right. That's all you can do. We have nothing more heavier on us than just be consistent in that which is right. And don't worry about the result. Come on.
Islam, our literature teaches us you consider their pertinence for friendly admonition.
Yes.
I had to learn not to be so sensitive
Yeah.
because there's a proverb that says the greatest stumbling block to one's spiritual progress is to be offended at offense.
Yeah.
I had to learn to grow a thicker skin
Yeah.
and not let everything affect me
Yeah.
emotionally or, you know what I mean, so
Yeah.
easily that my first thought about it was, oh, that's an enemy. That's an enemy statement,
Right.
you know, and suddenly take up arms against them.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know, I know that they got a lower self like I do.
Right.
So, you know, it's just as easy for me to see that I may have been guilty of the same thing at one time
Yeah.
and just count it as we all grown.
Yeah.
We all developing, we all unfolding and learning.
Yeah.
And just be patient with people.
Yeah.
Now, like you said, sometimes you got to do the distance thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But for that moment,
Right.
you know, just have some understanding about the fact that we broken.
Right.
You know, individuals who are in here solely for the purpose,
Right.
trying to learn how to think better.
Right. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, also I think about, we have a tendency of thinking people is on the same level as we are. And we fail to recall that our growth and development is according to how our lives plan for us. So when we think that somebody should be at this level and understand at this level because you understand that is not necessarily true. Like we was talking about comedians earlier.
Yeah.
Where a comedian crack a joke, this half laugh at it and this half frowns at it.
Right.
Because either they didn't get the joke or they didn't think the joke was funny.
Right.
But this one cracking up. Everyone is not the same.
Right.
You understand? And what we think they should be is not necessarily where they're at.
Yeah.
And that comes into understanding and willing to try to lower your standards or just look at their standards in a different way. Maybe you find a way to get through it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on here.
It's my brother.
Yes, sir.
I agree that you should be consistent with yourself. trying to put towards your best, your high self.
Yes,
But when you know that you caused the rift,
right,
if you caused the unharmony,
right,
then you should, at this point, at the utmost of your power,
yeah,
try to make a speedy sacrifice.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes, yes, most definitely. Especially when it is revealed to you that you are the culprit.
Yes.
Because that's the understanding. You know? But let me say this to you too. Because a lot of people can fall prey to this. You may go to the Moorish Science Temple of America, and you have a concept in your mind how people are supposed to be. Because you see the temple from the perspective or from the vision that you have of it. And you may come in contact with someone in the Moorish Science Temple of America who is an official. And they may display at the moment a behavior that you will say, oh, they ain't supposed to be doing that.
Mm.
And if you're not careful, that can discourage you. But you have to understand that everyone in the Moorish Science Temple of America has a lower self.
Yes.
And they all rumbling. They all fighting. Some in their battle will show a ability to overcome a certain pattern of behavior. But there are some who succumb to that same pattern of behavior. So you never want to make your assessment based on the result that you may see from a behavior that has been accepted by an individual who is in a conflict with themselves. You gotta watch that, because it can be very discouraging when you say, they should be. Because see, you say they should be. But you don't know the inner workings of that particular situation that has occurred. The key is focus on the prophet. Stay focused on the prophet, not on the person.
That's right.
Because if you stay focused on the prophet will reveal himself to you by way of them. And he will show you how to be and how not to be. And you'll get a better understanding of what you're dealing with when you're dealing with the people who are dealing with the conflict that can't be told in words.
Right.
Because all of it ain't going to be the same.
And you gotta overlook the titles and office.
You have to stay,
Office, yeah.
you got to stay focused. You got to stay focused. Because if you don't, you can succumb to what appears to be. Because remember, what you see is a lesson for you. My sister and my brother.
It's on. Rodriguez. I remember before I joined the temple, I had some interactions with members
Sure,
who were not living this life.
sure.
So when I joined, there was a little friction one Sunday, and honestly, Sister D. Jones Way, she said, sis, please do not allow what you see some do drive you away from
That's
the
right.
temple.
That's right.
And I said, sis, if I based the movement on
Right.
some individuals, I would have never joined.
That's right.
I know the difference.
Yeah. That's right. That's right, my dear. That's right. You know the difference because of your experience. But suppose someone comes in who has not had those experiences, and they're coming in here looking for a utopia.
Yeah.
I'm coming to the temple because that's where I'm going to be if everything is right. You know what I mean?
And everybody is right.
Everybody is right.
If they only knew.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be very discouraging.
Mhm.
Because everyone is looking for a pattern. Because men need a pattern. And when you don't get the pattern that you need, but you have put that pursuit into one that may not be stable, then you can be very discouraged. But then again, that's your test. Yeah, but that's your test. You know, so then you go back and you ask yourself, where am I really when it comes to this? Hey, like I say in the Holy Quran, Muhammad, did you say that do you think that you could say you believe and not be tested?
It's God.
Mhm.
It's God.
Mhm.
You gotta be tested.
Islam.
Yeah, more.
And the one thing that I really held on to that was given to me was that, and this is what helped me throughout, right?
Yeah.
Salvation is personal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You can't save them, and they can't save you. You gotta save you.
That's right. That's right.
You know, so I kind of held on to that.
That's right.
Regardless of what somebody else doing, I'm gonna work on.
Yeah.
And if I can help them out, then I will,
Yeah.
of course.
Sure.
Because when you help another, you help yourself.
Sure.
But I held on to salvation.
Yeah.
It's personal.
Yeah.
So, and the prophet teaches us,
Yeah.
when I can get you to think you can save yourself.
Yeah. You know, it took me a moment. It took me a good moment before I was able to look at people who I thought should be doing a certain thing or behaving in a certain way, but they wasn't. It took me a moment to be able to sit back and hear people say things from the podium, and as soon as they leave the podium, their behavior changed. It took me a moment to get over that.
Yes.
Because I was, man, you see that, you know, I was, but I'm learning how not to let that have a influence on me.
That's right.
I'm learning, excuse me, I said I'm learning,
Praise Allah.
didn't say I've learned it completely, but I'm a little further advanced than I was. Sister.
Islam, all tests is not necessarily the test that you have to go through to learn from, right? I mean, in that I can learn how not to be or how not to do by from someone else's showing me the example of food.
Oh yeah. You don't have to experience it if you choose not to experience it. See, the choice is given to you by it revealing itself to you. Now you determine, do I do that or do I do this? Right, you're absolutely correct in that. We don't have to experience certain things. We can be to a point in our development that we can identify what's right and what's wrong, based on what is being revealed to us when the incident is being made known to us.
Islam. I realize there's a difference in going through all the ways of life
Yes.
and not in
Yes.
all the ways of life.
Yes.
And I'm not required to make an address out of a place that I know I don't need to be.
Right.
I can be a witness
Right.
and discern for myself what part of that experience will serve my growth,
Right.
but I can also keep moving.
Right. Let's go. Come on, yo.
It's and what I'm learning also is in reference to what Sister debate is doing, I take for the mission. But she was talking about it's a lesson in the Koran for everything that we may experience in life.
Right.
Whether it's with another individual or if it's with yourself.
Right.
It's a divine instruction in there
Right.
that can assist you or aid you careful.
Right. Right. It is. Right. Right. It is. Sure is.
We still in master son.
No,
You
stop.
do your
Well, that is eight. All right. Look, we got to pick up our pace. Would you let us pick up our pace? From the divine instructions from the Holy Bible, chapter 29, magistrate and subject, and I've been informed that we stopped at 8. Right?
Yes.
All right. Now, up until this point, we are talking about the magistrate and the subject. Can you see the two roles that are played in the first 8 divine instructions?
Islam.
See, the question is, can you see it? Because you're seeing something that's not visible. It's giving to you in words that are made available to us by our reading. But it's not the words that we're looking for. We're looking for the action that dwells within the word.
Between the magistrate and the subject.
Yes. What's that? What do you see inside the magistrate and subject?
The roles they both play.
The roles they play. So the question is, can you identify the roles that will offer one this and offer the other that? Yet understand that this and that are the same.
Yes, yes.
Can you see that?
You know, and one of the things I thought about, Brother Leader, is in reading that now, it's speaking to anyone,
Yes.
whether you are one or the other,
Yes.
because at any moment you can be
Yes.
one or the other.
Yes.
And that's something that came to me was, because for a lot of times you think about the master, you think about the role he had.
Yes.
But really anybody in here
Yes.
is introducing the role to everybody in here, because at any minute, any time you could play one of those roles.
Yes.
You know, you could, today you're the subject, tomorrow you could be the
Yeah.
master, like
Yeah.
all of you sit for.
Yes.
So you need the instructions to know how to conduct yourself in the
Yes.
process.
Yes. Maybe because you don't have to be in the company of people to play the role.
Yes.
Because the role is played on you
Mm.
and the decisions that you make.
Mm.
It's you. Now, in the event that your reign expands itself, you should know how to conduct yourself based on the exercise that you have performed with yourself. What I've been doing with me? Or am I just ready to say, once I enter into a certain station,
Come on.
I am to act like this? But you never internalize what it would be to act like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm saying when we look at the lessons, go into the inner realm of the thoughts that are being given to us by way of our reading. There's the inner thought or the inner thinking that causes us to try to put ourselves in a position to think like this.
Brother Libby, I have a question.
Yes.
Could we look at it like the magistrate being the spirit?
Of course, that is the spirit. But that's why you're teaching the spirit to be what? Attentive to his good.
To instruct the subordinate.
Yes.
Son.
And the subordinate is you.
Exactly. So.
And the Quran talks about it's more exalted.
In more exalted ones, your face will not be ashamed. And more exalted what?
Station one.
Station, yes, but in more exalted what? Before you get to the station.
Thought.
In more exalted focus. Remember, if you're not trying to teach yourself, your thoughts can change and you can still behave in a certain way. You see, you can go up and you can raise the thoughts so high that you become despised.
Yeah.
That's what thought will do for you. if you don't control it. Those thoughts will make you think you're more than what you are. Then you start to raise those thoughts. And you start thinking that I'm here and everybody else is there.
Vanity does run to
And
control.
vanity, because vanity is what? Beyond them all.
Remember we used to say, well, perpetrate the fraud.
Yeah, it is perpetrating a fraud. But what happens to the fraud is that he is exposed with dirt on his head. Because the fraud blunders into light. And it's the children of wisdom. Because they see it. They see you faking. They know you pretending. They know you're not being real. How do they know? If they're wise, it's because they are being what they know not to be, based on the exposure that has come from experience. Experience is the teaching.
Shit.
Yeah.
But all of this said, it helps us how to, and the prophet was talking about, teach us how to run a just kingdom and how to get along with each other.
Yeah, Mom. Yeah, yeah. By getting along with yourself, by accepting that you do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's the lesson. It says, he smiled upon the arts and they flourished. The sciences improved beneath the culture of his hand. What frame of thought produces that? What trend of thinking produces that? What trend of thinking produces that particular result? Yeah, high thought. That means he evolved high things. It's a certain way of thinking. Look at the result of the thought. He smiled upon us, and what they do? They flourish. They flourish. Just his mere smile caused them to flourish. The smile is giving the attention to the object. I'm giving some attention to this. But what kind of attention am I giving? I'm coming from a more positive perspective.
Right.
And since I see it in a positive way, it grows. And then it comes right back and tell you the sciences improve beneath the culture of his hand. Again, he gives attention to science, which is the attainment of knowledge through practical application.
They seem to be both beneficial to the uplifting of a people.
It's not because he's uplifted. He sees what he sees. And those who are striving to see it, or those who also see it, and they see it together, they produce a atmosphere that is impregnated with what? Love. Yeah. Yeah, Mom. Come on.
Would that also be a form of inspiration?
Yes, Mom. Would you not be inspired?
Yes.
You see that? Does that not inspire?
Right.
That's inspiring.
Encouraging.
Yeah, Mom. Mom, don't you know? Y'all know. I mean, just to be around those who we have been around that are trying to do this, it's inspiring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just being around those of us who are inspiring to do it. Just to be around those who are making contributions in our discussion. And you hear it. Person trying. They pulled that thing.
Yeah.
They're trying. Does that not inspire you?
Yes.
And so now the thought that's being discussed, it flourishes. it grows. And now you start to see it from different points of view. But it's the same thought. But you see it. It's the same thought. Because the thought is truth. And the truth does not change. So it's the same thought. It says, with the learned and ingenious, he delighteth himself. Why? With the learned and the ingenious, he delighteth himself. Why? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. But look, he's with the learned and the ingenious.
Islam.
You know?
Islam.
So I'm saying, and you find delight because of what? The what? Yes, but also because of what? The what, no? The thoughts that come from the discussions.
You appreciate what's being discussed.
No question. And it makes you feel good to hear the type of responses that you're getting based on the teachings that are being imparted. Man, they hear that. So we can talk about this all day long.
Really, it's about the company that we surround
It's
us.
no question. It's no question. You know, like they say, you know, huh?
You gotta be careful with the company you keep.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Yes, that's the word.
You got to know the people that you surround yourself with. Either they're going to be a stimulation or they're going to cause you to be depressed. You're going to degress.
Places and things too,
Yeah. With the learned and ingenious, he delighteth himself. He kindleth in their breasts emulation. What does that mean?
An example to follow.
Yes. And men need what?
What it like.
So here's a pattern. Good. That's good.
They're trying to excel.
Yes. Yeah, because they see results. I see the result of being like that or following that recommendation. I see it. I see what is the result. I see what comes from it. And so because I see what comes from that, I am inspired to go in that direction. Give it a try. Because at this point in my development, I think my conditions get better.
Son.
Come on.
And if the spirit is worth
Yes.
the idea of being emulated, the thoughts will follow.
It's no question, Mo.
That's the connection.
Yes, Mo. Yes. Now, I am being more exposed to the affection that comes from the uniting of thought pertaining to the uplifting of fallen humanity, which is in fact us. You are making your contribution to your brothers and sisters, which will, if we are consistent, evolve into love. And now I'm conscious of what I say and do because I do not want to be a contributor to cause you to become discouraged when it comes to the words of truth. My dear.
You start to see your responsibility.
You start to see your responsibility. You are correct. You're right. You see the responsibility to each other. Because we are responsible for each other. Not because I'm telling you what to do, but because I got to do what's right so that I don't contribute to anything that could cause you to be misled. I have a concern with not misleading you.
And that can go on your record.
Come on, Mom. Because I gotta pay for it if I mislead you.
Especially if you're young, too.
We are brothers and sisters.
We are brothers and sisters, Mom.
I got to think heard,
I said, that's why we are so strict about not changing the words of the prophet.
Yeah.
Not adding or subtracting, because it changed the meaning, and we're
Yes.
responsible for that.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
right.
yes,
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
praise the
That's
Lord.
why your efforts to learn is so important.
Yes.
So that you won't come here and speak a whole lot of yang.
Yeah.
And get, because you're caught up on what you have accepted and what you think you know. But without the application of what you're talking about, you don't know. And all you talking about stuff that you're guessing about.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. That's why it's incumbent on us to make sure that we be what we know.
Have a record of practice to
Yes.
back you up.
And show some consistency.
Oh, wait. I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm seeing, this knowledge we teach is to, love the creator of your heart, mind, soul, love that neighbor, you love yourself.
Yeah.
That's an included.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah, Mom.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah, we're on the same page with
Yes,
that.
sir.
Yeah.
That's important too, that's why I asked.
Yeah, that's a good pull. That's a good pull. Yeah. It says, with learning ingenious he delighteth himself, he kindleth in their breast emulation, and the glory of his kingdom is what? Exalted by what? Their efforts. Their efforts. They help to exalt the kingdom. They help to raise it up because of what? Their thoughts. That's right. You've been hitting that thought pretty good.
Yeah, I know. Keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling, man.
Yeah, Mom.
And just one of the thoughts that came to mind was they'll be able to do it because they see their responsibility.
Yes.
And they take it serious.
That's right.
To be able to allow them to raise their thoughts.
That's right.
Because they take ownership
That's
to
right.
the kingdom.
That's right.
That is their responsibility.
That's right.
Of being able to build that kingdom.
That's right.
To make it
Prosper.
possible.
Yeah. Look, Lord. And it says, in your love to each other.
Everybody on the same page.
We're on the same page. Well, for this particular moment, we're on the same page. Now, what distractions we may encounter will determine as to whether or not we stay on the same page.
Fight is to hold the thought.
Look, that's why the battle to stay on the same page is so important. That you don't forget that you battle. Because you rely. See, look, be constant in that which is right, and men will what? Rely. And that's our responsibility, to be reliable.
And that is right.
Yes.
That's a good quality.
That is a quality.
Reliable, yeah.
Yeah, Mom. Yeah. All right, peace.
Peace.
lawnmower.
Islam.
I think our Grand City moderator, he wants to
Yes.
incorporate.
True.
Very uplifting. So, voting. Class thing. It's crazy, everybody got something out of this particular class. Advise everybody, get back into the changes on, without. Go through this chapter. You know? We'll be back here, please, all week back here next Sunday. Bring the information back to share with us. What we do, we share with each other, that's how we grow. Further than, call, our friend Governor Washington, D.C., for H.R. Thing, read out the one. Please bring out anybody to.
This is my voice. First, I give praise to all our the prophet known to all these. I give honor to each and every one of you, and I give honor to everything prophet known to all these has brought for the upliftment of all humanity. Excuse me. Prophet warns all mouths and governors ordered to read proclamation in each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while they work in their homes on the street. We are for peace and not destruction. South Africa cause the European and causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be a severe consequence. We offer love, truth, peace, and freedom, and when these principles are violated, justice then must take its course. Any member or group of members who hold lists ruling toward the temple of the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive a reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the law as laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn to their card, but cease wearing their turban or fez and return to the state by how the prophet found it. This is a holy divine movement founded by the prophet known to Ali. And if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet therefore sent out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting the prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sins by order of prophet known to Ali. Peace.
Peace.
Allah, the Father, universe.
Allah, the Father, universe.
Father, love.
Father, love.
Truth.
Peace.
Freedom.
And justice.
Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide. And my salvation.
And my salvation.
By night. And by day. Through his holy prophet.
Through his holy prophet.
Through Ali.
Through Ali.
Amen.
Amen.